What is happening, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Made by Miles podcast. I am your host, Kieran Ingram, and today we've got a wee kind of different kind, I guess, if you will. We've got two guests in for a start. We've got my barber, Barry, and then we've got his business partner and good friend, Montel, as well. And the reason why we brought them in, guys, was because, one, we've also had a lot of fitness people on board, and these guys obviously are still training, still looking after themselves, right? But they've built success and built their dream life in a different way to what a lot of the guests in here have. They've built it in a way where their personality is at the forefront, their uniqueness in their trade is at the forefront, and their love for life just oozes out of them. And that's why I'll go get my haircut every week. I don't need a haircut every week, right? But I just like going down to the barber's because it's a good laugh. So there will be insights to this because, as I say, they are barbers. They own their own studio. Would you call it a studio? It's not really a studio, is it?
Studio. Barbershop forward
Nearly
slash
said
studio.
salon, but it's
Right
definitely not.
now, studio. Studio space.
Space. They're in space.
But
do you know
not
what I mean?
our own space.
Their own space, man. But they
Aye.
also do like some cool stuff on the side. Barry's also just launched his fragrance.
Yep.
Montel travels the world, goes to Vegas and stuff like that to cut hair, which is so cool, man. So we're going to take a wee deep dive into that. And I know you're going to take a lot away from this episode. And I can guarantee you'll smile at one point because these guys are fucking hilarious, man. So we'll get tore into this. Guys, just want to give yourselves a quick introduction and then we can get tore right into it.
On you go,
So
I'm Barry, Adam Barry. I'm 26 years old, cut hair obviously. I'm a dad, my kid's 3-year-old. And I'm just living life, mate. Just trying to graft and be rich one day, mate.
I love
In
that.
there in my pocket, mate.
Time rich and everything, man.
Aye,
I love
that's my goals, mate, you know, so.
Do I look at the camera?
You can look wherever you want, mate.
I'm going to look at you guys, all right? I'm going to
Look
look
at
at you
us,
guys.
look at
Aye.
us.
So my name is Montel Campbell. I'm also 26 years old. I've been cutting hair 11 years now, and I actually worked in the same place. Iconic. Shout out Tony Kearney, by the way. He took care of me for 10 years, and then after the 10-year mark, that is when me and Adam went and ventured out and opened our own place, 1127. Along with that, I always try and take care of myself, try and go to the gym. I try and make sure I'm outdoors as much as possible because sometimes just spending 60 hours plus a week in a confined space can really take its toll on you. But yeah, like Kieran was saying, I actually work for an education company as well, and that gives me the opportunities to travel mainly to America, which I'm extremely fortunate for. I'd never have picked America to go someplace on a holiday. It just never really seemed in the cards for myself. But then over the past 2 years, I've been like in between 3 and 5 times. So yeah, I'm very fortunate to live the life that I do with the people that I live it with.
That's class, man. It's interesting that you said that you would never pick America because I don't know if it's just me. You fit America.
It
Like,
does.
do you know what I mean? Like,
It
we've
does.
spoken about this a few times, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Look at him.
if he's out with the Gators in Florida.
Fisher.
But no, I love that as well. And see the fact that, especially you mentioned there, Montel, around a bit iconic. And obviously that's where I started to get my hair cut off of yourself, Barry.
Yep.
And the times that you had an iconic, I used to think it was hilarious, man. It would just be absolute chaos. But I think that actually brings on to like our first point here, right? Where obviously I believe that you can build your dream life with your own hands, right? But the people around you have a massive impact. And it was very nice that we're only like a cut. I knew you would mention Tony, right? Because you have just admirable respect for the guy, right? And I like how it was so quick to mention him, right? Because he does deserve the respect. Obviously, worked with you for 10 years. Barry, how long were you in
I
Iconic?
was there for 5 or 4 years, 4 or 5 years, mate.
Cool, man, cool.
Took me on, mega, mate, changed me.
He's a great guy. Even like
Changed
if
me, man.
you're away on holiday, man, he'll always just, George will jump downstairs and go, yeah, can you fit Kieran in? And he's like, aye. And it's always like 12:15, 12:30, and I'm like, he's fit me in his lunch, man.
He is,
He's
aye.
a pure good dude, man, isn't he, man?
He is.
But this is something I've noticed that a lot of people can sometimes do, and I don't know if you have noticed it, but like, they bite off the hand that feeds them. They forget about the people that help them along the way. And I think like ego, and I see it a lot in males a lot, where like they get ahead of themselves, and like you guys are doing really, really good for yourself, but you're so humble, and I think that's why a lot of people are drawn towards you, if I'm being completely honest. And I learn a lot from you with that because of the success you have taken. But do you see that quite a lot in like the barbering industry, or just in what life as a whole, that people just forget the people that actually help them along the way?
People think that they're so much bigger than what they are. You see, at the end of the day, right, we're barbers. We're successful, mate, but we're still nothing, mate, really. I know that sounds deep, man, right, but that doesn't define you who you are, mate.
Yeah.
You need to be a good guy, man. Like, we all want to be rich. We all want to have a good life success, mate, and be the best that we can do, man. But if you're not a good person, we were saying that the other week, if you're not a good person, mate, you're nothing, mate. So you need to be nice to all the people who helped you, and it's energy, mate. Bounces off you.
And I agree
You
with
know?
that as well, man, because see what you're talking about like energy and that. In my like line of work as well, like see if I'm a prick, nobody's gonna like work with me. Do you know what I mean? And sometimes just being that good person or that high energy person is enough and that kind of stuff. And it's like I remember when we done the first podcast, and I was talking about Ian Stevenson that I used to work with back when I first coached. It was similar to Tony and that stuff. Just took me under his wing, and you need to remember that. And I think a lot of people, like I notice it in coaching, that they just kind of like not forget who they are, but they forget where they were. And you're like, yeah,
100%.
like bring it down a wee bit. And like the people that if you work for like a client based industry, they'll feel that. Do you know what I mean? Like I won't name names and that stuff, but I used to get my hair cut off of somebody, and like he was really bad for like slagging people that like he used to work with and all that stuff. And I'm like, mate, like it's a Wednesday afternoon, mate. I just want a good conversation here. Do you know what I mean? It's wild, man. Where do you think that comes from with people? Like, where do you think it's driven from?
Well, with people kind of forgetting where they're coming from and all that stuff. So I can't talk on that part because I've never really experienced that myself. But like with the likes of Tony, the reason that I hold him in such high regard is because I first met him when I was like 7 or 8 years old. That's when I first met him. In between, like around about that time in my life, I met Tony, and he recognised that I came from a predominantly female family, and he kind of might have felt the need to step in and be that somewhat of a male role model in my life. So from a really young age, I always looked up to Tony. And see, before I wanted to cut hair, I just wanted to work with Tony. That's what it was, because he looked like he built a really good environment. And then I do credit him to a large portion of the success within the industry I'm in now, because from a very young age, he took me to every show. Like I went to my first ever Look and Learn, which is when people go and they look and they learn from other barbers. When I was about 13, 14 or something, I took a day off school, I'm sure, and my mum let me, and Tony took me along as a model to watch how to cut hair, and then he always took me to shows. He always treated me well. Do you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, we had our bickers and all that.
Everyone does, but
we definitely had our
Father, son.
Oh, big time. Like he used to do my head in, but then as I got older and kind of grew into myself, I threw it back, didn't I?
He did,
to
mate.
be fair, but like the antics that you used to get up to in that shop, man, was
I feel terrible.
Ridiculous.
I feel terrible. Like
You
this.
see, no matter what, Tony will look back, annoyed at the moment, he'll look back now and go, some boys.
Oh, mate, honestly, man,
Oh.
sitting there chopping and doing what he's doing, like, what he's up
Setting
to.
fires and that. I set some good ones.
Was it the bin that was on fire or something?
I paid for that bin, but I want to set
Quite
that
right,
record
but-
straight. I paid for that bin because I set the last one in fire, so it was my bin to set in fire.
Aye, two of
So
them.
that way, but like that's
In Tony's shop.
Oh, in Tony's shop. That's what I'm saying. Like I grew into myself around Tony, and Tony has definitely influenced me in a lot of ways. Even when we went to go and open up our own shop, we gave him was it 5-6 weeks notice? I can't remember what it was.
Aye, he was the first to know.
He was the first one to know outside our families, because I'd seen so many people essentially say like bite from the hand that feeds them, and they would do like a midnight flip on him, or like they'd be there one day and then know the next. And I didn't want to do that because I was there for the kind of repercussions of that, if that makes sense. I seen how down Tony was about it. And for someone who's kind of gave myself everything within this industry, I couldn't treat him like that. And then just how Barry is, he's got a really big heart. He couldn't do that either.
No.
It's in his nature. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, big time.
And
Big
I
time.
think that also brings us back to like we were talking about, like having good energy, and I believe that's why you're so busy. Obviously, you're like a master of your trade, like really, really good, obviously, man. But it's like, as I joked about, like I'll come in every week for a haircut, that stuff. Obviously twice a week because George is like, we're going travel. I mean, he's saving money now, and all that side, man. I didn't need a haircut every week. Do you know what I mean?
Nobody
But
does.
nobody
No one
does,
does.
mate. But you
Nobody
come in for a
does.
laugh, mate. It's like that hour of, well, it's meant to be half an hour, but that hour, right? You're just sitting there, just chilling out and that stuff, man. I really, really enjoy it. And it's because yous are yous. But I think that's as well, like, obviously yous going through your career, becoming well-established barbers, like really, really well known across the full industry, I would imagine. Where did the idea of 1127 come from, and how come you decided going, right, let's do this together?
Because, in my opinion, what I think about this is I've always been inspired by Montel. Montel's, I mean, not working an iconic, mate, and I'd look at his like haircuts and his page and go, I need to be that. And like, I've always been admired. I've always admired him mega, mate, and just became my brother an iconic, mate. It wasn't just like, oh, I cut hair with this guy. Like me and Montel are actual very close compared to barbers I've worked in the past.
Yeah.
So I just knew it was right, mate. And like me and Montel are opposite. Seen business, mate, and with relationships, not even business relationships, you can't be the exact same
It
people,
needs to
mate.
be yin and yang.
Yin and yang, mate, and that's exactly what we are. Do you know what I mean? I'm a bit more reserved, mate. I've got the fucking quiet life. Montel's going to go out there and spread the name and build this brand bigger. And I'm trying to be back home digging holes.
Yeah.
That's the kind of way
I like it, man.
that we do.
Did
I
you
appreciate that.
Have you ever discussed that, or is that just the way it's went?
Oh, we've discussed it.
Yeah.
What's your opinion on how we
Kind of feel like naturally into place. Like I can't remember the exact discussion, but I remember, I think Barry brought it up because I'd never really aspired to have my own place. That was never a goal of myself. I never really wanted my own barbershop because, see, for me, even back when I first started cutting hair versus now, I just want to cut hair and I just want to do good haircuts. Like, that's all I wanted to do. But I remember I was like, I wouldn't mind having my own place one day. And I think Barry was there when I said that. I don't know if he was smoking a snout or something out the back, but like...
Probably
he,
a doobie.
didn't want to say it, but I didn't want to say it. I know. But, and he says, he went, why don't we do it together? And I was like, oh my God, like, sound. Because I look up to Barry a lot for the way he treats people, and I've certainly learned a lot off of Barry because, see, for me, my customer service is good, as it's really good, but Barry's is exceptionally amazing. Like, from the minute you walk in the door, he's rolling out the red carpet for you. Whereas me, I'm really just dialed in on the haircut.
Yeah.
Because to me, the haircut is everything. But Barry made me realise it's not everything within the industry or within the service. Like, me and you were talking the other day there, it was like, there's services that we offer that aren't on the price list. We talk to people like vent to us about stuff, same way we vent to them.
Yeah.
And I feel like we are able, bouncing off of each other in the environment that we have both been able to create, we've created a space for people to come in and speak their minds, and that is something that I actually haven't really thought about until right now, but I'm exceptionally proud of Adam as well for how far he's came. Do you know that way? And I'm honoured that he kind of chose me to do it with him. Do you know that way?
Vice versa. Fuck
It's
me.
cool, man. See, I know, boys are going to get emotional in
This
here,
guy,
man.
man.
No, I was nearly crying for a minute there. I was tearing
And
up.
by the way, that's not the genetic. Every barber shop, folks say, oh, you speak, man. I've been to barber shops, mate. You don't get that you don't get that people skill stuff, mate.
And
You
there's
don't.
nothing worse than alright. See, because you've got a mirror in front of you, right? Oh. And see when you're like the small talk's done and you're like, "Ah, he's not even started my fade," and you're like, shit, I'm here for another 20 minutes. And I'm like, ah, I've already asked him what he's doing at the weekend. Like, we're fucked. Do you know what I mean? I honestly, I hate that. But like, I agree with what you have said there about creating a safe space. Some of my best ideas in my business has came from me bouncing ideas off you, and you went, fuck it, let's go for it.
Yeah.
I came up with the audiobook idea. And I ran it past
that.
you first, and you were like, just do it, mate. And I was like, fuck it, let's do it, man. And it's out, it's launched, it's been a success and that kind of stuff.
I think every idea is a good idea, mate. Obviously,
Aye.
you need to be real sometimes,
You
man,
just
but
you need to find the actual right way of doing it.
Go for it,
Do you
mate.
know what I mean? 100%,
Aye.
man. And I really do like and appreciate the fact that you have this mutual respect with each other.
Oh.
And I think it does speak volumes in everything that you do. And even down to the fact when you are mentioning that you've been in our barber shops, you've not had that connection and stuff, man. Was it something that did just happen, or more buried? Did you have this, like, did you manifest this with the two of you were doing this? Open up your own studio, if you will. Did you picture it already? Obviously, I know you mentioned that it wasn't really on your bingo card, if you will. It wasn't at the priority, but you were like, I could imagine me doing that.
Do you know what? Noticed it, mate. My customers with Montel and his customers with me and always together in the shop. Heavy got a connect. There was energy there, mate. And I was like, folk were even saying, you and Montel be good together, baby. Right? And I'm like, aye. At the start, I'm like, no, I don't have a barber shop now, mate. And I started getting late at night thinking, you're like, aye, we can do this, mate.
Definitely.
And see, to be honest, mate, see, as much as you say it's been a bit tough at the start and that.
Oh, it was rough.
It's been a scoosh, mate, really.
And in what sense was it rough?
Just getting stuff done, mate. My God, just...
Because you're doing everything for the first time, innit?
That's it. When we do the next one, mate, it'll be an absolute even merrier hassle, but
Aye.
we'll be used to it.
Like,
Do you know what I mean?
There's a funny one, and it was when we were getting the shop opened up, and we obviously said we've done like 6 weeks, and like, everything should be sorted and all that stuff. And then was it like 3 or 4 weeks before, all the lecky had cut out, something had happened and all the lecky had cut out, and we got phoned like, here, the power's out. We went round after work, didn't we? And we're standing in this like shell, nothing had been done in it. And Barry's looking at me and he's like, we're fucked. We're so fucked. And I'm looking at it. I was like, no, listen, if it's a good thing, because if there's a problem, it means there's a solution. And he just turned around and looked me dead in the eyes and goes, "Can you not just please admit that we are so fucked right now?" And I was like, "No, we are. We are. I had no idea.
Both of you start crying.
I was just standing there. I was like, I don't even know what to do. Like, but it was a brilliant journey though, and it still is really good because we're still building on it.
See the question you asked about together, doing a business together. Do you want to tell you a really good thing about it is competing, the healthy competition, mate.
Right, okay.
See, and there's like he's doing good stuff, so I'm like, I need to do good stuff. See, if I was myself, mate, vice versa, you maybe wouldn't do as much.
Wouldn't push myself as hard.
It's that Messi and Ronaldo stuff. I know I'm no fucking Messi and Ronaldo, but it's you need
It's a good analogy, but
you need together. Oh, he's doing brilliant, man. Let's do brilliant.
it's like building each
That's
other's
right.
houses taller, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
That's
It's
it.
like it's easier to knock somebody else's house down. It's harder to build up your own. But you are doing it together and building up each house, man, which is pretty cool to see, man. Do you know what I mean? And it is that old saying, like, you're the product of your environment. Do you know what I mean? If you are around, say, like 5 barbers that are just not bothering their arse with like social media content or like what you call it, look and learns and all that kind of stuff, education, then you're not going to grow. But the fact you're in this kind of that hustle mentality right now, because you can see that you're in a very exceptional spot, but you can just see that you're nowhere near where you want to be in the best way possible. And because of that, like, you need to have that element where you do push each other, but don't piss each other off.
Exactly, mate.
But just at the right sweet spot where I think that yous are currently at, man. If you've ever found a moment where you're like, fuck you, mate.
Of course we have.
Hunters, like several times a day. Do you know what I mean?
Of course
But
it is, mate.
you get over it. You just get over it.
Like my mum, you'll be the same with your parents. There's days like, fuck off, mum. But you see the people you love the
them,
most.
but man, you love them, mate.
You can tell them to fuck off.
100%.
You know?
Man. Absolutely love it, man. And then see, we'll obviously touch on like your travels. I think we'll get you to do a wee plug because you've just launched the fragrance in it.
Aye, but it's...
Plug at the end, man. We'll get that plugged at the end, defo, man. Is there Instagram for it yet, Nat?
Aye.
There is? Get
Aye.
it plugged. Defo's get
I'll
it
get it
plugged. Defo, man.
I'll plug it,
20%
mate. Mate, I'm thinking about doing a discount code at the start.
Black Friday, mate.
Aye.
Right as soon as it comes out.
Mate, just to get the flavours out.
Fair enough.
definitely.
Taking care of the people. I like that.
Flavours out, mate.
Buy one, get one free.
But
Mate.
there's
But
no
just
deals,
inflate
there will
it a
be
wee
deals, mate. See my 2 main mans that sell,
Aye.
and then see the other ones that maybe people don't like as much. Deals.
Definitely, 100%, man. And
you
find
do,
out why they don't
Fair.
like it as much.
And then get the ones that sell.
100%, man. But what would you be? Because obviously, you went into business together fairly young, if you will. What would advice would you give to someone or 2 people that are good mates and want to go into business with each other?
Advice. I don't think there's much advice that I can give, right? But just go for it, mate. I know it sounds cliche, man, but just go for it, mate. If you mess up, you mess up, mate. You probably will mess up. You will mess up.
You're going to mess up.
Just be ballsy. We've got 1 life to live, mate.
I
mate.
do like that. And I think so many people are like paralysed by decisions where they're just like, oh, right, okay, what do we do here and that kind of stuff. And it's like, I get that as well because I get very much overwhelmed, especially with my OCD. But what I've learned over the years is just going like, right, what's that big task? Go for it.
Yes.
There is an element of learning along the way, but you need to be willing to learn. You need to be willing to get knocked down a few times and basically told that you fucked up. And within this new society, I don't know if you agree with this, I find that people really struggle with getting told they're fucked up.
Oh my God.
Do you know what I mean? And I feel
My
like the
God.
more that time goes by, the younger generation that's coming through, like, they can't handle somebody going, yeah, that's fucking wrong. And they just kind of crumble. Aye, mate, but like some of my most, like my biggest fuck-ups have been my biggest lessons.
By far,
And that's
mate.
why we're in this position. I always relate it back to like my first half marathon. Butchered it, mate. Like absolutely, mate. The most I'd ran was 7k in the training block because it was about 4 years ago, and it was a February half marathon. So like December, January.
Again, it going, I'm
It's fucking freezing.
disgusting,
I'm
I
not
can't.
going out there and running, and then it came to the half marathon. I'm like, I don't belong here.
Oh,
I actually don't belong
no.
here, mate. Crawled over the line, mate, 2.5 hours, man.
But
And it fucking taught me to never fuck that up again.
go
Do
forward
never
for you, mate, running fucking Scotland. I
Still
can't.
done it.
100%. We run in Scotland, mate. Do you know what I mean? Like sub 137 half marathons and that stuff now in the trails. All because we fucked up. But it could have been quite easy to just patch running after that. Of
course.
Just going, nah, this isn't for me. But in reality, you've just butchered something and your ego's too big to admit it. And that's where a lot of people go wrong. So I know I kind of hijacked that there and kind of like put my own spin on it.
But you butchered the half marathon,
Yeah.
right? And then you delivered on the what? How long was the Scotland run?
Oh, it was like 539 kilometres, mate.
So butcher at the start.
Aye.
That is
Fuck it at the start.
disgusting.
Make
It
mistakes.
was wild, mate.
Oh.
It was absolutely wild, man.
But look at that, the half marathon like that. And you done it.
It is crazy when you actually think about it as well. And that was over a 4-year period. And like we were even talking about this at the weekend. So we had the Christmas night out. And the photo shoot yesterday with some of our guys, and I was talking to my client Callum Bissell, who was speaking to one of our new guys, Stuart. And he was showing him like everything he's achieved over 2 years and that kind of stuff, and the difference in his physique. And I think as well, like people actually forget how long it takes to build something special.
Oh,
Yeah.
aye.
And like Callum stood in front of the camera at the weekend there, right? And looked insane. Like absolutely insane, man. But 2 years ago, no worries, mate. 2 years ago, he was like just out of shape. But now he's just in the condition of his life, man, and he just looks like an absolute animal. And it's like you can take that into anything, like even you building the brand, the business and stuff like that. The start was maybe a bit of a shit show, but now it's something, and seeing about a year or 2 years' time, it's going to be something even more special. Do you know what I mean?
It'll be something else.
If you've got visions for it, I know you don't obviously need to share it now. I know you'll have visions.
Share
about
it,
it.
mate. Share
Yeah.
it, bro. It's fucking mega. Aye.
So at some point, so as you know, in the shop we've actually got a studio space up top that we're still in the process of getting sorted. I actually need to, after this, I actually need to go and put money in the bank to buy lights and pay my tax bill. So
Aye.
that's what we're doing. But I have, well, both of us eventually want to have an industrial unit
Right.
to build not just a shop within it, because of course there's going to be a barber shop in it, but I also want it to be a barber supply shop and a photographic studio and like a content creation space similar to what we've got here. Because right now, what we've got upstairs, it'll do. And see, the thing is, though, it's brilliant. And whenever I look at what we've got upstairs, it's small, but it actually kind of makes me emotional because that's something that when we opened the shop, I said to Barry, that is what that, like...
Is
'cause
it open now? Like for
Well,
people to come in and all that kind of stuff?
Not yet, because I've
yet.
still got to get some stuff sorted within it, but eventually we will kind of rent out and do stuff with it, because it's very, very, very basic. But yeah, I want to have this big industrial unit for me and Barry, because Barry is very much a shop barber, and he'll tell you that himself. And he's amazing with people, therefore he'd be amazing with the staff. And he'd be amazing with anyone that comes in. Whereas me, I'm just a wee bit more creative with it. Like I want to eventually have a book full of just creative cuts.
Right.
Like you book in with myself, and it's like maybe like a 2-hour period, and I'm just allowed to do whatever I want within this content creation space. And as well as that, see, building that environment, think about what we'd be able to do for the industry in Scotland. Think about what we'd be able to do for young and aspiring barbers as well. Because, see, like I said, again, for Tony, he put me forward for every competition. We had a photographer, a man called Stevie. Shout out Stevie, because he was an absolute legend and always captured the vision. And whenever there was a competition coming up, Tony go, right, you're doing that. I was like 17 or something. I was like 17, and he always put me forward for things. So that's eventually what I'd love to do. Like, for instance, I would be in the shop, but then as soon as someone does a good haircut, or if they say, Montel, can you help me out with something, I want to do this. Or if someone's leaving the shop, like I said, with a good haircut, pull them over, you're getting some photos snapped, there you go, that's for your what's it called, your portfolio, that's for your portfolio. Like I want to be able to give people opportunities, because Barry, amazing with people, amazing at what he does, do you know what I mean? And he can see, for the people that just want to be a shop barber, boom, there you go. But for people that maybe want to go down a different route, there we go. I want to eventually have it all within this space, and I know that with Adam by my side, that is perfectly possible, because I'm a dreamer, he's a realist, and he brings me back down to earth sometimes. Like,
You need that, but
no, you do
George
need that.
is like that with me, man.
You heavy need
you
that.
need it, mate.
You heavy need that.
I'm like you, mate.
When I told Barry about all this, he was like, "That's mental, but I'm for it." So that's what we're aiming to do.
Aye,
I
even
just-
the
yeah.
barber supply stuff, mate. You go to Sally's and Capital now, man. No offence, man. Rotten, mate.
It's not the best selection.
Like, even offering all the American clippers, American products,
Oh,
and East Coast Bride, mate. Nobody's doing that.
It's like you need to find, and this is the same with like every industry and like anyone that's watching us and stuff, man. It's like you need to find a niche within the niche.
By
Do
far.
you know what I mean? Like, so obviously yous have got like the niche where it's like quite funky hairdos and all that kind of stuff, right? But other people can do funky hairdos. So how can you go further? So like now what you just mentioned there, around about like 2 hours, I can do what the fuck I want with that haircut. Never heard anyone do that. Do you know what I mean? Like nobody's doing that, man. Do you know what I mean? And even obviously I'm not like in the barber game, but I can imagine if you whip out and go, I can sell you the American clippers. That would be hard to get your hands on and stuff.
imagine
like
getting them
that.
for the staff. Do you know what I mean? Imagine like you get a
100%.
fresh shipment of all these American clippers in, and we've got the money to do so, and everyone walks in on the Tuesday, and everyone's got a fresh set of clippers sitting in their station. Like, he's
I can
go,
imagine it would be
enjoy.
the same like as in when we open a gym and I'm like, right, coming up with me, I'll get you head to toe and represent gear.
Yes.
Or something like that. It'd be
That's
kind of
what-
similar to that as such, man. That's pretty cool, man. I'm excited for you to do that, man.
It'll be
Do you know
cool
what I mean?
as, mate.
It'll be
fucking mega.
that's a while down the line, by the way. That is a while down the line, but But that's what we're trying to. That is the dream. That's the end goal.
That's aye.
Because I'd love to have like a base here where I can go anywhere I want and then come back and do what I've got to do. And I know that the shop's in really good, capable hands with Adam. Because
it will always be him moving, mate.
Alright, because like I say, but he's
a kid. He's not
I'm
going
never
anywhere.
moving away, mate.
That's what I'm saying. But like we were
Devil's not going to Dubai anymore.
we were talking about this at one point, and I was like, it's a shame because see, at one point, me and Adam might not work side by side 5 days a week, but we'll always still work together.
We won't.
What?
No, we won't, mate. We won't. Mate, you're leading to no being a shop barber, mate.
No, but I'd still be involved. Do you know what I mean? I'd still be involved. What?
I'll have fucking wee David and Darren and that beside us. Wee Stacey.
Wee Stacey.
Wee lesbian and that.
I pop in from time to time.
He's like, who's this guy?
Shut me his fucking Rolls Royce and all that. Hey.
Right.
Beautiful, man.
Colour rap.
He's like, no, we won't work together, and you're like, what? What do
What
you
have you
mean?
got planned?
No, but in general, you'll be away doing your thing, I'll be home.
I'll still be back.
I'll
I'll still be
Getting the
coming
food
back.
cooked and all.
Chopping the logs, mate. Chopping logs with fire.
I love it, man. I absolutely love it. But I think as well, like what you were touching on about like the creative side of things and stuff, man. Like, because I've watched, there was a reel that you done, mate, and it stuck with me. I thought I was fucking brilliant. I think it was at Loch Lomond.
Unreal.
That just, and I think it was the was that a morning or was that a night or something? But it was like,
It was a misty morning.
aye, mate.
Aye,
and
it
I
was
watched
Reese.
that and I was like, mate, like that looks cool as fuck. Do you find that because I appreciate like good marketing, I really do. I like see something catches my eye and I'm like, I want to buy that. I always question why. And like I was obviously watching your haircut and I was like, fuck, if I was to get my haircut off a berry and I would just come straight in and get my haircut. And I know a lot of people have done that. Where do you think the creative side of your marketing has came from? And I know that's quite a hard question if you've never really sat down and thought about it, because naturally you'll go, it just comes to me. But I know where I get my creative side from marketing, man, but where do you think yours comes from?
So I'm very influenced by like music, movies, and just my imagination. Do you know what I mean? Like I have quite an eclectic taste of music. Barry will say, yeah, I listen to a lot of good stuff, but also listen to a lot of crap as well.
What are we talking here?
Like,
oh my god, like
what is
cheaper by a dozen.
soundtrack?
It's like some 41 and all that.
He hates all that.
Amazing.
But like that, but like everything about myself is influenced by these movies, and by the music and stuff. And I remember see that reel you're talking about.
Yeah.
That was kind of my first hand at trying to edit something along with music. And I said to my mate Reese, who has been my model for pretty much everything.
Shout out Reese.
I'm not going to use your full name. Shout out Reese, by the way. You're an absolute legend. A lot of my pals have always been models for stuff, but if I say to him, here, I need you here at this time, can you do this? He's like, aye, I'll be there. Do you know what I mean? But that was kind of my first taste of going out on location and trying to do something, and everything from like the misty morning. And if anyone out there is like into your filmmaking or your photo editing, you'll know about LUTs and you know about colour grading. That was my first go at that. I bought like presets and all that stuff, and I had to film with a certain shutter speed and all that on my phone. It was a bit of a ball ache, but it was good though, and it was my first reel that I made, and I was like, it's not even about the haircut, it's just about this whole thing. And obviously we are from Scotland, one of the most beautiful countries in the world, and I aim to try and show that off whenever I'm out. Like if I'm ever going out doing photo shoots or whatever, I always take my mates up this one place in Glencoe, because see, when I post these photos, I want people to see that and go, that's where he's from. Do you know what I mean? He's proud of his country. So yeah, I'm influenced by everything in my life, I'd like to say. Do you know what I mean? Music, movies.
It's cool, man.
I didn't know where Airdrie was, but
I didn't even know what
by the way, no, didn't he?
Where are we?
Didn't he, mate?
I went like, where are we? Was she? Went, no mate, time for a Coat Bridge route.
No, if it's no Glasgow, it's like what's happening.
I'm away to Airdrie Beach.
Aye, exactly. He went to Irvine Beach
You
one
didn't
day.
say that, did you, man? Oh, brilliant, man.
I went to Irvine Beach for a cold dip on Christmas Day, and I came into the shop in New Year's. I was like, I went to Airdrie Beach, didn't I? He was like, what?
I did, aye. All right.
I had to be honest like that. Cool, mate. That sound big, man.
Nice,
Sound.
innit?
But it was a good answer to like that as well, man. But I think like, see where I find my love for marketing and stuff like that, and even like see with your side of social media and stuff like that, because it's very you. It's like
I'm
very
gonna
you.
wait for that, man.
Yeah.
You put up a post going, I think I'm going to start posting haircuts again.
Aye,
Did
mate.
somebody like say something to you or something?
No,
Because
it's
not
me.
as close to the bone, but it's just like, if you didn't know, some people are like, oh, what's going
It's
on
me,
here?
mate, aye. But where do
Nothing wrong
you
with
get your side from?
See, and I know it sounds like I pretty much copied it, but what I noticed with it was, see when you are in love and obsessed with your message, it just comes like that automatically.
Yep.
Man. And like, see, like when I think about some of the things that we've done, like I will stand by it. See our rebrand reel that we done for the Extra Mile.
With the green pyro on that.
Masterpiece, like genuine masterpiece, man. It still sits at the top of my Instagram, and like normally you'll like redo these things. You'll redo your origin story. You'll do like who is Kieran Ingram. You'll redo your results. You'll redo your launch videos. That's sat there for nearly a year, and that's the longest anything like that sat there. And like if you haven't seen it, go back to my Instagram, watch it, and then just let me know what you think about it. But
Like and subscribe.
Man. Thank you. But the road to 100 subscribers, man. Innit? But whatever that I was saying to me, niece was abusing me for that today, man. But what was I saying now? Aye, so that view, it's like I was so excited to go from full reset to the Extra Mile, because we went from the people that helped people like reset, like stop just drinking, eating shite. They needed to just get their routines on habit. It's now we're the guys that go the Extra Mile, so we show them how to stop living for the weekend and start living 7 days a week and start doing stuff like marathons, triathlons, high rocks, photo shoots, fucking career changes, getting away from addictions, drugs and all that kind of stuff, man, which is such a cool concept, and it is going the extra mile, hence why we've created Made by Miles. And like, cause of my excitement, I know that every 2 weeks I'm just going to have a new idea or trace of thoughts in terms of marketing. And it's like, if you are someone who's a creative, right, and you are struggling to create content that actually speaks to your market, you need to change your market, because it doesn't excite you.
Exactly.
Whether you think you're good at helping that market, if you can't get a message across to them because you have no excitement about it, then you need to stop. It's like fat loss. Bored the life out of me.
I'm bored of it, man.
And not in a bad way, but it was like, right, have you done your steps? Have you tracked your calories? And like that all has a place. It really, really does. But like, I'm more intrigued in like, right, how can we get you running under 20 minutes for a 5K? Like that's my bag.
That's
and
cool.
that excited me. So I was like, I need to shift away from that. And so ever since we shifted away from that, our message is clearer, and we've helped hundreds of people do that. At the same token, when I was just fat loss, I'd helped about 20 people.
It's like,
I say that, but we've had 3 people that have lost 100 pounds in fucking 15 months.
Congratulations
Mega,
to them.
Not even a fat loss coach.
big
Oh,
up.
fair.
Do you know what I mean?
Aye.
Do you know what I mean?
Big up the
So,
fat losses,
aye,
mate.
just a wee plug there that we can get your physique on point.
Aye,
Do you know what I mean?
that's good,
We get
but-
you rapid. But I think that's as well. And then see, obviously, now that you were mentioning there around about like you're going to kind of change a wee bit as such, but
Listen, I'm a funny guy. I like being funny.
Hilarious.
And by the way, I enjoy making that content.
it's the rich barber content I love, man.
Oh, it's funny.
so
I do
funny.
you know what I enjoy,
Confident.
mate?
And that's the thing though, like you're saying that you want to like shift over to something, but
I
see
want to show more haircuts as well.
You need the mix, mate.
you
by
need
being funny.
You need something that speaks to you though. Like see what you're saying about speaking to your audience. I just personally do whatever I think is cool and what I would want to see. And I think see by portraying that, it comes across more authentic.
Yes.
And that's what people look for, is authenticity.
Aye,
Do you know what I
they
mean?
do- they
People
do,
look for-
mate.
like,
Aye.
I'm quite open on my Instagram about how I'm feeling and all that stuff. I built a wall off my own back with it, I think, though, because people were always going to expect you to be 100% honest all the
mate.
time.
It's pressure.
But at the end of the day, reap what you sow in it.
Exactly, mate.
And it's true what you said there, man. It's like, to a certain degree, a massive degree, to be honest, people buy into the person, then the product.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? And I think with your industry as well, like, yes, you do like elite level haircuts, but there's other people that do that. So if people can buy into you, then you will get more customers. And then again, anyone that's watching this as well, like, we live in a day and age where you need to sell yourself. Your personal brand
You do, mate.
is so important. And if you're like someone younger who's just about to go into business, or even someone who's roughly the same age as us that's still in business, man, you need, and I know it's uncomfortable for some people aren't as casual in front of camera. It took me a long time to get there. I don't know how you felt coming in today. You might have been a wee bit nervous or whatever, but
bit edgy,
a
aye.
wee bit edgy, man.
Apprehensive about the questions. I was worried about where it was going to go.
Nah,
But,
you'll be alright.
but I literally, like, see for anyone that's getting nervous about, like, marketing themselves online, like, because Barry needs to make videos soon for the fragrance,
Aye.
and I know how he feels about it, but see what I done personally to practice, you'll laugh at this. I went down Calderland Country Park at like midnight,
Right.
and you can even scroll back far enough on Instagram, and I'll just try and put out positive affirmations just to get me more comfortable in front of the camera. And then from that, I realised I had to invest in mics and I had to do certain things. Like I realised I talk with my hands a lot, but there's not going to change that. Do you know what I mean? So you just need to get comfortable being uncomfortable if you want to grow. That's the only way to grow.
I agree
True,
with that.
so true that.
It is, man, because nothing good happens in the comfort zone. Like, nothing
No.
at all, man. And I think it's quite cool, man. And then, like, a lot of people will have, like, a really good business idea, but, like, they're worried about what people say about them. And see what I've learned, like, I'll be in people's group chats
Of course you will
be, man. People will be like, what the fuck's he doing?
Same.
Probably just that jealousy, or that they just remember what I used to be like and still think I'm a wank, right? But still, that's cool. But I think you need to kind of get over that, where it's like, if you're going to be in a group chat, people are going to be talking about you, may as well fucking give them something to talk about. And that's the way I kind of look at it. And like, the people that you worry about talking about you, they are irrelevant, because are they going to pay you, and are they going to be the ones that are going to help you get the life you want? No.
Never.
The people that want to see what you're up to and are interested in what you're up to are the ones that are really going to care. So it takes time to get into that, because you'll get this as well when you maybe started posting content. You did really care. You're like, oh fuck, he's liked it, they've seen it, and that kind of stuff, man. But now you kind of just start to go, right, cool, man, I'm speaking to my audience here. It is what it is. Do you know what I mean?
I'm so iffy in that.
100%, man, 100%. And then again, man, like, to kind of come away for like the marketing side of things, because I think a lot of people will take away for that, because you are, see, if you are looking for ideas for like marketing, how to be yourself online, man, follow these two guys. We'll share their Instagrams at the end, man, so you'll need to wait to the end. But because you are very good at it, I love it. I think it's hilarious, man. But how do you guys like manage like such long hours? And obviously, Barry, you're a dad and stuff like that as well. Like, how do you manage going through that? Because as much as being authentic to yourself gets you to business, right, you need to do the fucking work. Some people go, fuck, I'm busy.
Because you know
I'm
what?
too busy. Do you know what I mean?
One life to live again, mate. See if we're not doing it, somebody else will, mate. I'm going to be workhorse until I'm fucking dead. I love it, mate.
You do love the graft, man.
You
love it. I love folk knowing I graft.
You do.
I'll put up a wee 11 o'clock at night, 40. Me still there.
Bags under the eyes like that. Definitely, man.
Folk are watching Lord of the Rings. I'm sitting here still getting it.
You're watching Lord of the Rings.
Definitely, man.
What is it?
1 in the morning.
The kind of Gondor and not even talking about.
I love it, mate.
Aye.
Grafting a lot of rings. Beef.
Both of them.
Because there was once I texted you, and obviously I come in on a Wednesday. I can't remember what it was. I think there was something on that I couldn't come in. And I was like, yeah, like, can you fit me in at all? Because we've got this and that on, man. I can't come in on Wednesday. You're like, 6 a.m. Monday morning. I was like, actually, I was like, for fuck's sake. Don't get me wrong, but I know later you text going, nah, we can actually do it on a Tuesday or something. But I was like, this guy's fucking mental.
I'll do it.
But that's the thing. I think you do need to like front load it. You need to do the work at the top end, man. And then see as the years go on, like, see when you're 40, mate, like, you'll be able to just relax a wee bit more and all that kind of stuff, man.
I'll be working towards my fragrance, working towards the shop, the supplies, mate.
Definitely.
Different graft.
And then how do you find it, Montel, as well, like with all the travel?
Not gonna lie, there was a period of time there. Now, I'm not complaining about this. Like, I'm very, very fortunate. But one thing that I have a really bad habit of is I'll run myself into the ground and I'll do it relentlessly, because I always tell myself the reason that I am where I am is because I've done that for years already. But now getting older, I'm realising, no, you might not be able to take the mental toll of it anymore. But a while ago there, when I went from Vegas, which was a anxiety-inducing experience, by the way. Like, I was so scared to go. I might not have portrayed that as authentically as what I wanted to, because I was really excited to get there. But as soon as I arrived, I don't normally get anxious about stuff, but I felt sick with nerves. And then it went away after 12 hours after I went to sleep and all that stuff. But after I went from, that was just a full-on weekend, because we were launching a brand new product from all the companies, from Matsu AOP and 4 Barbers. It was like a big collaborative thing, and I never grew up seeing myself being a part of something like this. And that way I was really in the moment, and I was thinking, oh my God, like, just a lot of mental things. And then whilst I was in Vegas, I was then told, oh, by the way, we need you in London in 2 weeks. And I've never experienced that. Normally I get like a couple months notice or something. I was like, oh my God. So I went, after Vegas, obviously I had a week working. Then I was in London the following week. And then was like a week after that, Barry was off for 2 weeks. So then I was in the shop myself for 2 weeks. And then I got a lot of his boys in. So I was in. I don't normally. I try not work too late on a Tuesday, Wednesday, because that's the days I go to the gym. I go to the gym Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then I'll work really late Thursday, Friday, along with Adam. Sorry, but I was experiencing a bit of burnout there. So what I do to actually kind of decompress from it all is I've got a deck chair in my boot at all times, and I will go up Luss, or I'll go somewhere where there's like silence and no phone reception. I'll just sit in a deck chair
and just chill.
That's just what I try. I used to do it all the time. I used to go out with my mates up Glencoe and up Luss and Balmaha and all that stuff, because it's really peaceful and it makes me feel good again. Like, it really charges me up again. Then I go into the next week feeling good. But obviously the past wee while I've not been able to do it. So that is something that I do try and make sure I do get done every so often now. And like I say, I always got a deck chair in my boot, just ready to chill. And I schedule in my chill time as well.
You should.
Yeah.
I know you kind of like chuckled at the end, man, but like, I think it's very important as business owners to actually understand how to recharge your batteries and how to avoid burnout. Because as much as like there is times where you need to graft, like as you described it, right? Obviously you've just came back from Vegas, and you're going to London, Berries on holiday, just to be the stars have aligned, right? There's no option. You need to do the work, like that's it. But I think like if you're unaware of when you're going to burn out, you will actually shoot yourself in the foot and actually miss out on more progress because you're just sitting fried. Like I know I've burnt myself out, and just like that's when like my OCD flares up, my anxiety flares up, and you're just like, I'm not worth a fuck to anyone. And I don't know if you have experienced anything like that, but if you can become aware of your energy getting dipped and you have, like as you say, going up to lust, like to me that sounds fucking class, to be honest, man. But if you have the things in place, like I can imagine you take the wee man out, spend time with all or whatever it may be, that's like that's your chill out time and stuff.
Sunday night, Disney on, mate.
Definitely, love it, man, love it. But you need to have, like for me, it's like taking George out for a coffee, taking my mum out for a coffee, whatever it may be. That's like my thing is family. If I'm with family, I'll chill out because they'll force me to be present. And I think if you don't have the things in motion, or you don't have the things in place, or you're unaware of them, you will always burn yourself out. You will always shoot yourself in the foot. And even though you are grafting, you're like, I'm the grafter, right? We've all got a bandwidth. You need to be aware of when that's running out because you will start to envy what you do and you won't even really care about the money. Do you know what I mean? 'Cause I know I've been in that point where like I have been the busiest, like one-to-one, small group PT, doing online and all that kind of stuff, working for another gym and that kind of thing. And I'm like, mate, this is shit. I left the printer so I could build my own life. And I'm like, but I'm working so many hours, early morning, late night, fucking napping during the day, and you're like, this is chaos. But again, if you probably might agree with me, I don't know, but you need to go through that phase where you do overwork, you do fuck it.
You need to go through something to actual experience where it's like
you got your neighbour in life, mate.
Yeah. I think I like get too overly excited. See like the shows and the events and all that stuff. See from the minute I wake up, I'm buzzing and like I can't even go to sleep at night because I'm so excited. And I think that's something that causes me to like mentally burn out a wee bit because then when I come back to work, I'm like I don't really take a day off when I get back to America. Like I remember last year I arrived back in Scotland. I arrived in Edinburgh Airport at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Just wait, what?
And then I went straight to work and I'd done like a 12-13 hour day or something.
Coming back from America's hard, man, because they're behind us, aren't they?
They're behind, aye. So when I arrived, I was like, oh my God. And you know that way, when about 5 o'clock, I was like, I'm on my 8th monster right now and I'm still tired. Do you know that way? But see, the thing is though, I miss being beside him. And see, as soon as I come back and I see him, I'm buzzing again. I'm like, right, let's do it then, because he hypes me up. Do you know that way?
He's good at that, man, because there's been a couple of times I've come into barbers and you're like, you alright? And I'm like, fucked me. And then you'll just, I don't know, you'll just do you, and I'm like, right, ready to go back to work again.
Bad could be these cunts.
No, I did, start slagging each other, I'm like, sound, man. There was something, I can't remember what we said the other time, man, but I was in fucking fits. I don't even think it's like suitable for the podcast, to be honest.
Aye. What was it?
I'll tell you.
Do you know what it was?
No, but if it's not suitable, it's not suitable.
There was something, I was sitting with my head in my hands like, what are you talking about? You said something, man. I'll try and remember it, right?
God.
And I'll text you, right?
Leave it.
It was something that was said. I was like, fucking brilliant, man. Honestly, man. But I see as well, man, like, where do you think, I'm going to go into like some of the best barbering stories because I imagine it'll be fucking hilarious, right? But just a quick one, man, where does the drive come from? Because like you guys will graft, but again, like instead of just grafting and burying your head in the sand, man, like you live a good life, man.
Aye.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like you have fun, like you'll do what you're doing, man. Family, travelling, man, go to gigs and that kind of stuff together, and just genuinely having fun with it while building your dream life. Where does the drive come from to just do it all?
Well, my mum and my gran, essentially, like when I was growing up, it was they two that were taking care of me a lot of the time, and I grew up watching my mum work like 3 jobs. I remember, I think her shift would start at like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning or something. She'd go in and clean the schools, and then during the day, she would go and take care of my gran, and then she'd go back to work at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I could be getting the hours wrong, but that was kind of what was happening. And then at the weekend, she worked in a takeaway as well. She's done that all the time. And when I was younger, I'd be at my grand's house and stuff, and she'd be running about after me, and she was like 60, 70, 80 years old or something. And I remember, was it 2 years ago or something, I had a conversation with my gran, and it was a really, really insightful conversation on a Friday, and I just spoke about all the dreams and everything that I had for my life, and I was just talking about it. It was a lovely 2-hour conversation, and then 2 days later, she ended up passing away, but I'd made a promise to her. I was like, whatever opportunity comes my way, no matter if it scares me, no matter if I'm financially struggling with it, I'll find a way to make it work. So I'm just trying to uphold a promise, really. And when the opportunity came up with him, I was like, oh my God. And then I can't remember, it was the 8th of January that happened, and then we opened up on the 8th of October, and then that was the day that I decided to stop drinking and taking stuff on it. Like, it's just, because I went a wee bit kind of fried at one point. I realised I was relying on other things to maybe try and dampen how I felt. But it was just about, was that 2024? That was 2024. So I just spent like that whole year evolving, just kind of based on like a promise. But I grew up around an incredible work ethic from my mum, and again, being taken under Tony's wing. Like, I just want to prove to people that the time they spent on me wasn't time wasted.
Love it.
That is why I just apply myself with everything. And whenever I go and do all these shows, whenever I go and do classes, I don't want anyone to get it twisted. I'm shitting myself. Like, I'm a bucket of nerves, but it is all about giving it 100% at every single opportunity. And my mate Reese said to me at one point, he was like, you never win or you lose, you either win or you learn. So what you were talking about earlier on about giving people some advice, like, I've lost more times than I've won, but I took it in the chin and I was like, right, I just figured out how not to do something. I learned something along the way.
I like that, man. I really do like that, man. And it's very, very insightful as well, man. It's pretty cool that the way that you kind of worded it is like, so their time wasn't wasted putting it into you. And it's a very selfless way of like looking at it, because these people would have wanted to do that, but it's a very like cool way of convincing yourself in all the right ways that failure's not an option.
Nah.
And that's where people go wrong. Like, they kind of, as you say, when they lose, if you will, man, which again I agree with your mate Reese, it's a lesson every single time. It's a fucking lesson. But so many people lose and go, oh, fuck this, man. But then if you can take one thing away for this, man, is like, remember the effort that people put into you. And I really, really like the way you said that, man, because you can see it in everything that you do as well, mate, which is cool. And even like, you'll probably have in your head when you go up on stage and do these things for the barber industry and stuff, you'll be like, right, this is for Tony, your mum, your gran, everyone else that's helped you. So, mate, I really like that, man. It's really cool, man. And it's very much you. Like, that really fits for you, mate. I really like it.
It was stoic.
It was, mate. Definitely.
I'm a bit
Got away
fucking
with
put
work,
back
man. First podcast as well.
I know.
What the fuck, mate? Do you know?
Incredible, mate. I was going to go, like, I've got a lust for life, mate. I just love it.
But that's your answer. That's your
Where's
answer.
the
Do you know what I
comfy?
mean?
Money.
Cash.
Lust for life, mate.
Cash.
Definitely, mate. I
Halloween.
love that. What do you mean with that, but, mate?
I've always been, see the wee guy, mate, I just love life and that, don't I? You know
No,
what I'm like?
you heavy do. Do you know
The
what I mean?
simple things does me, mate.
Yeah.
See if I've got fucking food, mate, I've got wee man there, bit of money in the pocket, mate, I'm fucking raring to go, mate. And it's a fucking insult kicking about your day, mate, with your face tripping you, mate.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Like, what you gutted about, do you know what I mean?
This is it, mate.
What you gutted
That's
about.
all we've got to do. Let's fucking do it.
It's like, I've
Can't grip
noticed this,
yourselves.
and like, because you've said that to me a few times, like, and it's like, you're
off.
so aggressively inspirational. Do you know what
Oh,
I mean?
big
Do you know
time.
what I mean?
Big
With that?
time.
Like, do you know what I mean?
Fuck off.
What the fuck are you doing? And I'm like, fair. Fair point, man.
But
It's
you gutted
really
about-
cool. You do, man. You absolutely do need
That's-
it.
aye,
And I
that's
think
simple.
as well, man, it's cool to kind of like look at it as that, because a lot of people will say they have drive, right? But you're like, do you really? Like, are you willing to slug away for 60 hours a week to
No.
build your dream life? Are you willing to travel the world, man? Are you willing to like maybe put things in place where you maybe can't spend so much time with me, man, to start with, but then it obviously reaps the rewards in the back end? We had a podcast with Jordan when we were talking about this, where it's like, yeah, the family comes first as such, man, but you need to prioritise what's going to push the needle forward. Do you know what I mean? And sometimes that's long hours, whatever that may be. But I think that's pretty cool, man, the way you went about it. And you can really see everything that you have described here that is in your brand.
Aye.
Did we ask where 1127 came from?
Lucky numbers, mate.
Was it just lucky numbers?
Lucky numbers.
So when he first started working with me, he was like, I don't even know how to describe.
I was all about numerology, numbers,
He was fried,
energy.
but
I know that about numbers, mate. Number 3, mate.
I liked it, but I liked it.
OCD.
Yeah,
And
mate.
I remember at one point he's looking at me. I think we were cutting here, and he goes, "You ever heard of your what is it? Your angel number?
Angel
or what?"
number.
I goes, "You ever heard? Do you know what your angel number is?" I was like, "What? No." And he goes, "I think you're an 11. I think you're an 11." He's looking at me for a shot. I'm like, "All right, whatever." And he's like, "When was your birthday?" And all that stuff. And then he comes up, and he goes, "I got it right. 11, 11." And I was like, right, okay. And he started telling me everything about it, all the backstory of it, and
Special
then
number, by the way.
really, that's what he's saying. He was like, "Whoa!" Like pure reading it out to me, and I was like, and so that gave me a bit of power. But I was like, "Yeah, am I a good one? Am I a good one? You don't get any bad ones." But he was like, "No, that's it."
That did give you power, mate.
That did give me power, didn't it? You're a number 11. I was like, I had too heavy feeling it. And then Barry was born on the 27th of December.
Always loved 27.
27.
My
It
life path
follows him.
number's 3.
Aye.
Right, okay.
2 plus 7 equals 9, 3, 3, 3. It's all LinkedIn, mate. It's all-
You've definitely got a wall with like hundreds of newspapers and like whiteboards and that with all lines and all that kind of stuff. It's how it all connects.
See, when folks speak to me and that, I'm thinking about numbers. I'm always about numbers, mate. So that's where it came from, mate. And by the way, I think it's a pretty cool brand, mate.
I like it, man.
It works really
I
well.
like
'Cause
it.
I'm sure you came up with the name.
Aye.
I'm sure he came up with the name because we're like trying to kind of blow past some names, and there's some fucking corny ass names. You know what I mean?
So fades.
You need to go
Aye,
through
like-
some, man. Like, we done
Aye.
the same, man.
Like heavy mad names, and it's like, wow, that's fucking weird. Do you know what I mean? But like, good for you. But I feel like with 1127, because it's my number and Barry's number, authenticity is just kind of flourished within it, and you can tell it's us. Do you know what I mean?
Mate,
Plus,
I
it
love
looks good.
It does,
Well,
man.
looks
I really
well
see the
good.
vest and that kind of stuff, man. I think it looks mental and stuff,
good.
man. And like, it's something that I think this is where like branding can kind of go wrong with some people. It's like, can you picture somebody just wearing that? Do you know what I mean? Like, I could picture somebody cutting about wearing like an 1127 who's a lassie that's never even had that, like, doesn't get your hair cut or that kind of stuff by you, man, just because it looks good. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's where some people go wrong. They just think, like, that's the impact. But could you sell that as a brand?
Yeah,
Aye.
And
yeah.
that's
That's we've spoke about that. We have spoke about that.
Because branding's everything these days, man. It's like, you can't, unfortunately, even I know it says as a coach, you can't just go Kieran Ingram Fitness anymore. Doesn't work. People want to be a part of something bigger.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And that's pretty cool. But I think we've obviously covered a lot in terms of like how you guys have got into this position. I know you guys will take a lot away from it. But without putting anybody in it, man, what's like your best barbering stories? What's something that you go, I'll just always remember that story?
God, I've got a few. You get any big ones?
I've got a
If
couple.
it's too far, we can cut it anyway. So
No.
let's see what comes out.
Right, I'll talk about my first ever barber bash. We'll talk about that. Wasn't that bad, by the way? This is kind
Fuck's
of
a barber bash.
a barber bash was like an event that's held. Aye, it's an event that's held, and I must have been about.
Aye, it's a pure bevy session.
Aye,
mate.
well, back in the day it was a pure bevy sesh. Still kind of is to this day, but now you see because people try and get like better educators and people actually want to go and
Aye, listen.
yeah. So back in the day it was just about going and getting actual sauced, and I remember I was about 16 or something. Tony took me in, paid for my ticket and all that stuff, and this isn't too mental, so that's a good one to start on. But I remember Tony paid for my ticket, and I was like smoking hundreds of grass and all that stuff. And I remember going in there like pie-eyed, 16 years old. The sun was beating; it was absolutely amazing. Walking through the place, everyone's gone, and then this new club had just opened up, and it was called District, and District was like renowned for not letting anyone in. Like, just they were just so picky, and I was like, right, I'm going to try and get in here. Then we try and get in here, and people were walking in handing bands out, and I remember I snuck into like District, and I got in and all that stuff. I was kind of about with a wee backpack on, and I remember there was all these barbers standing at like a table, like pure big dog in it. And when they went out to go and have a smoke or whatever, me and Tony went over and like tried to start tanning what they were having. It was just big like chalices of Coca-Cola, and they were all like pretending to be pure
Steaming.
out their banger. And me and Tony were like, the fuck is this? Do you know what I mean? But
Right, man.
One of my first days in Iconic, right? So I was a stoner, mate. Loved the weed. And I had a boy in my chair, he sat down. And I'm like, you get weed on you, mate? Just pulled out a joint, right? And Tony's behind me, and Tony goes, spark it. So, mate, who would smoke a joint in a place, mate?
Oh, mate,
mind that,
honestly.
I mind your face, we're all smoking this.
Saying, we cut my chair, I'm cutting this boy's hair. Lights up a joint, I look back at Tony, goes, this is a place for you, innit?
Honestly, man, absolute lunatics, man.
There's been
That
some...
shot was chaos, but man.
Oh, Iconic, mate.
I
a few
feel
times I got my hair cut on a Friday, man. I'm just sitting there like that. Boys are just
Kieran, I've worked
Blazing,
in
man.
7 or 8 shops, mate. See Iconic, man? Best place ever, mate.
I think it was one of the places, like, see, if you didn't get your hair cut in it, you would be like quite worried to go in.
I'm not
But
getting
then
there.
see when you go in and you get your hair cut, you're like, it's just a disco in here, man.
Oh, it
It's
was
just
brilliant, mate.
It's just a fuck about, innit, man?
I just loved
But
Aye.
as much as I'll say it's a fuck about, you always get a good haircut.
You got
Like,
a
even
major
that, when you were
trim.
away on holiday, I went in and got my haircut off for Regan, and he sorted me out, man.
Tony.
To the haircut, Tony.
Banging.
Do you know what I mean? You will always get a great haircut, man.
High quality
Do you know what I mean?
haircuts, do you know what I mean? But like, yeah, it was. I think some of the best barber stories come from being inside Iconic. Like, I remember Tony sent us out to get a light for the toilet, and we took like 40 quid out the till, and he's like, what the hell, a light bulb that's 40 quid? And we were just like, nah, we're away to get it. We got this disco ball and literally put it in the toilet, and when he walked in, he just turned it on, and he just looked at it, and he was like, fucking 40 quid of my money. He looked like he was about to start crying and all that, and I think some of the best barber stories literally come from being inside Iconic, the maddest
Cut
ones.
this if you want, right? Cut this if you want, mate, right? this kind of like junkier guy came to the shop one night. Hey, you just get a fag, right? And I had roll-ups.
Aye.
So I've been like, aye mate, no bother, man. I went to the back road of wee roll-up. And I put it... see the butty right up my butthole, mate.
Why have you done that?
Wait, we watched him smoke it, mate. We were creased. You can't deny it. You can't deny it, mate.
Mate, that is horrible.
Oh, it was horrible, man, but it was funny.
No,
It was
Why?
funny.
Why?
Because he was scrounging all day. He was kicking at the
I
shop all
remember-
Is
day.
he one of the ones
He
that
was
just
all
with all like you give him a pound comes in for a
Oh, that
tenner?
was him all day,
Aye,
mate.
he
All
was
day.
a- aye, and
And I
he was a
thought,
bit
he's
of a
getting
dick as well. He was a bit of a dick, and I remember Barry going in the bag. He's like, "I'll get you one." As he's walking through, he's just doing it.
You
It's
can,
like that
mate.
one friend between us, isn't it? Where the boy has the patsy and he's got the note up his arse and he's like, there you go, mate, innit?
That was one of those ones, mate.
You know? It's fucking...
You need to do it, mate. You need to. There's been some funny things
Mate,
in there,
I
mate.
remember Tony was in the toilet doing a piss one time, and this was like me during like my lighting bins on fire kind of phase.
Arsenator.
Aye, and I remember like I lit the bin on fire, and I like obviously our toilet's tiny, I just booted the bin right in the toilet and slammed the door shut. And I remember I could hear him screaming inside the toilet. I turned round and he was trying to piss to put it out, and I felt terrible for him. But like oh my god, we done a lot of madness in
Aye,
there.
a lot of stuff I'm not
Imagine,
going to
man,
speak
I
about.
remember fights have kicked off in Iconic. No, that was like back in the day. I remember I was like an apprentice at the time. A fight had kicked off between a couple of folk, and yeah, it was away. Next thing you know, this guy ran in the door, like an actual burst through the door. He's like, "Was it you? Was it you?" And he points at me, and I'd been having a smoke, and he just turned and goes, "Was it fucking you?" And I just stood there like, "What? What?"
What do you want me to say?
I had no idea. I was like, "I'm about to get
Mate,
knocked out."
Fuck that, because it was chaos at the time, man. do you know what I mean?
Aye.
Who was it your apprentice? He's still there now. What's
Mark.
His? Me, Mark? What a guy. Remember when I gave him, he came in, you were away or something, and you were like, "Mark, you'll cut your hair," and I was like, "Sound, man." And obviously I give you 30 quid.
Aye.
And I think Mark was like a tenner or something. So I was like, "I give Barry 30 quid, man." So I'll give you 30 quid. I've never seen that.
He actually texted me.
Mate, the
about that.
wee guy's eyes just lit up, mate. I was like,
Bevy.
it's all right, mate. And he was just like, cheers, mate. Now normally people go, "Are you sure?"
Oh, mate.
He's just like, "Thank you." And just walked away.
that was it. That was it.
And you could just see him like pure counting it. And
Couldn't
all
believe
that.
it.
Fucking up
I
to the light and all
under
that.
10.
Honestly, mate, it was how you told us. He texted me about that, man. I was
He
like,
did,
oh,
aye.
fucking
He went,
brilliant,
"Mate,
man."
Kieran
He's a good
gave me
wee guy,
30
man.
quid.
He is. He's a good wee guy, man. He's
Oh,
funny, man.
he's funny.
He is
He's
funny, man.
Shout out
hilarious.
Fat Boy Trims, by the way.
Aye, shout
What a
out
guy,
Fat Boy
aye.
Trims.
I know
You are
I
hilarious.
can't like see his name, mate, but man, I'm like, I can't like. I just feel wrong, man. Like,
No,
do you know
we're
what
not
I mean?
letting
That's
him
it,
change
do you know what I
it.
mean?
We're not letting him change it. Like, see that, right? Of course he can do it if he wants, but I remember he came in one time, he was like, pure, thinking about doing a wee rebrand. And I'm like, no, mate, like, everyone knows he's Fat Boy Trims, mate, and
lands,
you're
but man,
brilliant.
it does-
Do you know what I mean?
it
And by the
does
way,
land. It
see, when
does
you were
land, it
away,
does
he was
land.
bringing me in lunch. When you were away, he brought me in lunch like a couple of times. I was like, mate, you're a
good
legend.
boy, man.
Plus, just good to see him. He's so funny.
Very pleasant wee guy, man, isn't he?
Oh my
Very
God.
sound, man. Very sound, man.
Great guy.
He's funny, but man, he is funny, man.
We talk. Mind when we went on a night out and we went to the pool hall.
Aye, no.
No,
He was
right,
young. He was young.
right. Sound.
You can tell me the way up
We
road.
got
innit?
him fully at me.
Did
No,
you?
we didn't. We didn't. I feel like we
I
gave
did.
not. Remember, did he not take us or something?
No, mate. I was keen on pollen. Come on, mate. He was hitting killer.
No.
remember
Was he
he went-
saying aye? Go on.
He
Go
went
on.
into,
Chalk white,
he went
mate.
into the
Was he?
toilet.
White, aye, I
He
felt
went
bad,
into the
man.
toilet to like throw up, and obviously,
I take him just in the town and all.
And I
The eye,
You're
like-
fucked, mate. What can you do?
mate,
mate, it was hilarious. But
Nightmare,
I
like.
remember following him into the toilet, and as he's walking, I'm like videoing him, and he's like pure hitting into walls and all that, and then he goes into the cubicle. And I'm in the cubicle next to him, about to jump up, and I see his wee feet poking out the bottom of the toilet, and I'm just like, oh my God, and he had this like blazing on. Remember he was running.
mate, his mom bought him, see for part of his Christmas, man, got my blazer on that to come at me and that. And
He's waited on doing it.
No, he was running up the stairs at not St. Enoch at Central Station, and he was holding like all our McDonald's as you do, and see when he fell, pure fell upstairs and like slid. His blazer was all mock it, and I was like, mate, we'll get that sorted. By he goes, how? What's up? Come here, dirt in his face.
Didn't even know what had happened.
Didn't even
know. Brilliant, man. Oh, that's hilarious. But I think as well, man, you see, just the final one, man, where if you had anyone who's sitting listening to this, they want to start their own business and they want to be true to themselves and that kind of stuff, man, where would you say, or what advice would you give to bring out your personality most inside of your brand?
Yes, it's all the authentic stuff and all that and be you, but just stop being scared, mate. Stop caring about being cringy.
Yeah.
See the folk who find stuff cringy? You're cringy, mate. You say something's
I think
cringy,
as
you're
well,
cringy.
see when people very much care about, that's cringy and all that kind of stuff, man. You're like, we've probably not got a lot going on to really care about what you're doing.
You're the one that's cringy, mate.
Because like, don't get me wrong, I'll see stuff online, I'm like, right, mate, you do you. Like, cool, man. But I'm too engrossed in what I'm doing. Do you know what I mean? Because you're building.
Stop caring about what folk think, mate.
100%. What's your opinion about bringing out your own personality, mate?
Bringing out your own personality in it. I know Barry says like fuck all that stuff, but like authentically yourself, like see what you think's cool is cool. See what other people don't like. That's sound, because style and all that stuff, it's subjective. It's subjective. Do you know what I mean? Like we're all sitting here now. Chances are, as much as we all will align on a lot of things, there's a lot of things that we might not think is cool. Like Barry doesn't like my emo music. I love my emo music.
I would never wear that combo hat and
Thank
jacket,
you.
but
You
you're
know-
doing it, mate.
But you're doing it. Exactly. Just go out there and do it. Get it done. If you ever want to progress within, let's just say, barbering or any industry, invest in yourself. I'm where I'm at because I put myself in I didn't even mean to, but I was in the right rooms with a lot of people, and a lot of people believed in me before I believed in myself. Do you know what I mean? So see if you can do this now. Believe in yourself sooner and you'll get further along the way. But just give less fucks. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Care less.
Definitely.
Do what you want to do.
I like that. I like that, man. And I think you look cool, mate.
Thank you,
Don't
mate.
listen- don't
Thank
listen
you.
to him,
Cheers,
man, honestly, man.
cheers,
Do you know
mate.
what I mean?
Fuck you, like that. No last this is a horror. Getting reeking.
Oh, it's the same clothes on for 2 weeks. He has, he does wash, man. Don't worry, man. He does wash. Sometimes, man. Sometimes if he gets away from work at the right time,
Aye.
man, that's actually probably true.
Oh, I need to shower every day, mate.
Aye, every morning, by the way. Good hygiene. If you want to get further in life,
Aye.
clean yourself.
Don't smell bad,
Don't
man.
smell, brush your teeth, aftershave, 11:27
After
aftershave.
shave, mate.
And
After
coming,
shave.
coming on to that, right, we'll finish up the podcast. We'll put in the usual like and subscribe. We'll share the ads for Instagram. But, Barry, what you got coming out?
So we've got a collaboration with a brand from Glasgow called Pocket Sense, and they do dupe fragrances. They actually do their own, and I've got 4 out there now. But I'm going to keep on bringing more out with them. £30 a bottle for now, and I'll do a deal for 2. I might even do 2 for 50, and that will be the way we go forward, man. And just keep an eye on social medias. 1127 aroma, 1127 ink, Berry the Barber with a 7 in the middle. Montel.
Montel _fades. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Love it.
And we've absolutely loved this.
You've enjoyed it?
I've
aye,
loved
that's been
it.
brilliant, by the way.
It's been
I felt
good to
this-
have you on because it's like we have some great conversations on this podcast, man. But I really wanted to get you guys on because like I do stand by what we've been speaking about, like the personality. It's just you are you,
Aye.
and I kind of knew roughly what you were going to say and what you were going to talk about because you are authentically yourself,
Thank
which
you.
I think is just brilliant, man. And there's a lot of tactics, do this, do that, but see when it comes to business, man, especially in this day and age, man. Sell yourself and be true to yourself, man. And that's what will make you money, but that's what will make you fucking happy.
Exactly.
Because imagine building a business that you fucking hate.
Aye.
Stuck. You're
With
stuck.
people you don't like.
Exactly. Fuck that, man.
Aye.
That's it.
Know what I mean? But guys, thank you very much for tuning into this podcast. I know there was a lot of like Instagrams there, man, so I'll drop them below in the captions and the comments, and give the guys a follow, man. Again, like their content's funny. They cut your hair fucking perfectly, man. They're going places, and they'll always give you a bit of a giggle, man. But if you're watching this, guys, on YouTube, please like and subscribe. If you're watching it on Spotify, give it a wee follow and share it to your Instagram story. Tag myself, Kieran Ingram, at Kieran Ingram Extra Mile. Barry, share your Instagram again, mate. Montel.
At Berry TH7 Barber.
Monte.
Montel _fades.
Perfect, man. But thank you, guys, as always, man. Make some noise about this. We'll be back next week with another banging episode, and we will see you then.